understands the seriousness of the importance of its task. Every member of this union should know that if he or she appeals a case to the International Convention, it will be thoroughly reviewed and fairly decided. Decisions that are wrong should be reversed. Decisions that are fair and correct should be affirmed. We weighted the merits in this case before us and came to what we firmly believe is a fair and correct recommendation. We will now proceed with the case. Perry Speranza versus Local Union 353, Toronto, Ontario. Perry Speranza is a member of Local 353 and was charged with violating the following: IBEW Constitution, Article 25, Section 1, subsections A, E, I, and L. The charge against Brother Speranza concerned a May 23, 2013 specially called meeting for the purpose of ratifying the Local 353 low-rise residential contract. The meeting was not held at the local union hall, but instead was held at the Bellagio Banquet Hall in Vaughan, Ontario. To set out the facts for you, the committee relied on the documentation, evidence submitted and considered on Brother Speranza's various appeals. The evidence included an audio recording that Brother Speranza covertly made of the meeting. The committee reviewed the recording. The committee also considered presentation that Brother Speranza made before the committee last week on September 15th. Brother Speranza attempted to attend the specially called meeting, but was advised since he did not work under the low-rise residential contract, he had no right to attend the meeting. In making that ruling, the meeting chair relied on basic laws and policies which states on page 21, at a special meeting called to ratify a collective bargaining agreement, only business pertaining to the negotiations and ratification will be discussed. Only local union members affected by the agreement shall be permitted to participate and vote on the agreement. Several attempts were made to have Brother Speranza leave the meeting. The meeting was eventually suspended by the chairman until order was established. During this time, Brother Speranza used abusive, profane language and refused to leave the meeting. He then appeared to attempt to appeal the chairman's decision to suspend the meeting, but he was not able to make such an appeal and was again asked to leave. Brother Speranza refused to leave. The property manager was summoned and asked Brother Speranza to leave. Brother Speranza refused to leave. After that, approximately 30 minutes later, the police arrived and asked Brother Speranza to speak with them outside. It was only at that point that Brother Speranza left. On August 12, 2013, the trial board was held by Local 353 with Brother Speranza in attendance. The trial board found him guilty on all charges and imposed the following penalties and or assessments. Article 25, Section 1A, no final penalty. Article 25, Section 1E, $2,000 fine. Article 25, Section 1I, cannot speak or disturb a local union meeting until March 2014. Any disturbance under the IBEW Constitution, Article 25, Section 1I, will result in being banned from the local meeting until March 2014. Article 25, Section 1L, a fine of $2,000 held in abeyance for 1 year, unless found guilty of any charge under Article 25, Section 1A, E, I, or L. On appeal, International Vice President Daniels ordered 3 of the 4 charges dismissed. He upheld the decision of the trial board concerning Brother Speranza's violation of Article 25, Section 1I, which states, as an offense, disturbing the peace and harmony of a local union meeting, including as a disturbance and using abusive language. International President Stevens upheld and concurred with the decision of the International Vice President Daniels. Executive Board Council, International Executive Board Council upheld that decision of International President Stevens. Statement of the committee. Brother Speranza appeared before the committee on Thursday, September 15, 2016 for approximately 1 hour beginning at 2 p.m. He had a presentation and the committee members asked him questions. After hearing Brother Speranza and further reviewing the case material, the committee notes first that the only issue in the appeal is whether Brother Speranza violated Article 25, Section 1I, which prohibits disturbing the peace and harmony of any local union meeting and prohibits the use of abusive language at the meeting. In finding him guilty at the violation of in finding him guilty of that violating Local 353's trial board rule, Brother Speranza cannot speak or disturb a local union meeting until March 2014. No fine was issued. The March 2014 date has obviously passed, and the only thing that is left is the guilty verdict itself. In the presentation to the committee, Brother Speranza emphasized that he should have been allowed to attend the meeting and that decision to eject him was politically motivated. In our report, we also noted that he was denied the ability to challenge the decision of the chair to suspend the meeting. In the committee's view, these issues are not relevant or material to the appeal before this convention. The only question here is whether Brother Speranza violated Article 25, Section 1I by disturbing the meeting. In the committee's view, the evidence shows that Brother Speranza unquestionably disturbed the peace and harmony of a specially called meeting. The undisputed facts are that Brother Speranza was asked to leave the meeting several times and he refused to do so. He refused repeatedly, and when asked by the officers conducting the meeting, he refused when the property owner and refused to the point where the police had to be called. Only after the police arrived did Brother Speranza leave. Furthermore, Brother Speranza used abusive, profound language directed at the chair of the meeting, and the tape he provided showed that he used abusive or profound language well before any attempt was made by him to challenge the chair's decision. For these reasons, the committee unanimously recommends that the convention deny Brother Speranza's appeal and affirms the decision of the IEC. Mr. Chairman, I move the adoption of the committee's recommendation.